My name is Jessica Baldwin. I run a small women business enterprise called Solar Plumbing Design. We are located on Bedford Avenue and Myrtle Avenue, where we have shop, offices, and live nearby to the area. We specialize in solar thermal, high efficiency mechanical work, and high efficiency operations and maintenance work. I'm mainly focused on solar heating, so I'm very involved in that field. That extends to solar in general, which is perhaps one of the most considered innovative advancements in energy and buildings today. But my interest, experience, and background extends far beyond solar. For example, I've installed innovative plumbing systems in both new construction passive buildings and in retrofit passive buildings. So that gave me a great view of the differences between the two. I think I have a pretty broad, well-rounded view of energy technologies today and building envelope improvements. Urban green buildings are popping up all over the place, usually in development zones or in already kind of upper class areas, since being economical is the new luxury of the future. But Brighton really extends the cultural context of where green buildings can fit in. They're not exclusively in funded areas or exclusively for rich people. They kind of are the privilege for anybody from any culture that's accessible. It's a much higher quality of living, and to offer that to different neighborhoods and cultures really broadens the concept of green buildings. I think that's the most absolute amazing thing that Brighton is going to achieve. Well, Brighton Green and its advanced technologies are actually really bringing luxury living back to nature, tuning people in with simple living ideas on a very upscale level. And I think because of the Eastern European culture around there, it's gonna definitely be something for the local residents to grasp and relate to. It's like a way that they can be proud of integrating their kind of some of their old school ideas into a modern luxury context. I think of, for example, well, the pathway, the walking access to the building as kind of a path through a Norwegian wood or something, and the coloration of the building is very log cabin-y almost. I mean, there's a very rustic feel to the building that matches a lot of the people that live in the neighborhood. And I think it works well together. I think it's going to be really nice and benefit the community. And then we're going to have things in the commercial space like yoga centers or Russian herbal healing spas. It would actually be a great spa. And we all know Russians love spas. So I think it's perfect for the neighborhood. I think it's going to really enhance probably the value of the neighborhood as well, which usually ends up working well for the residents that have been there the longest. You've seen it in other neighborhoods where they really capitalize on improvements in the neighborhood. I don't think they are the ones that are opposed to this kinds of development. They should welcome it, and they usually do. Like, you have beachfront property there, so if we could kind of, make a holistic, cultural, green, beachfront living, healthy to live in environment, I can see it. I can really see it happening. It's going to be great for the community. I am part of the building revolution that's happening. We're all involved in it, whether we're aware of it or not. This is, mainly due to the support of governments and manufacturers, who I am now in favor of, because they are under environmental requirements to perform to higher energy standards. So those products and practices are creeping into our everyday life, whether we're aware of it or not. And in the trades, we're probably still experiencing a lot of lag from standard old school trade practices, but bit by bit those two are being engulfed by the requirements that manufacturers and governments have made to keep pace with the carbon crisis that's really going on. I mean, this is a global issue. It's not local at all. It's not like there's something going on in New York, oh, you gotta go there and check it out. I mean, there's a global crisis that's trickling down to the way we have to flush a toilet in our home, and we're all part of it. We're all part of it. Like, we're all gonna see the inside of it, and it's probably 50% underway already. So, and I'm definitely a part of it. Like, I'm all in favor of implementing these necessary changes, and I try to be on the forefront of new technologies. I try to be where small contractors and big developers are meeting over the same new technologies and trying to figure out the best way to integrate the new practices. So I really try to spread myself out across some different arenas to facilitate that process. And if I have any success at it, well, I have some success at it, and my hope is that others will follow that impetus. The answer to that question is actually no, because my location is very ideal for my business and practical in terms of my son's school and my community. But if I could put that building here, I would definitely be living in it. It's got green space, it's got outdoor areas, it's got running water, for crying out loud. It's an amazing place to live. It's the definition of luxury to me. It's the exact building that I would build if I could, I could see myself living there, certainly. I think it's comfortable. For me, it's like, I run a business, so I live near my business, and it's practical consideration. I hope soon that there are buildings very, very much like it in my local area. I would consider moving there. Yeah.